Lauren Boebert's ongoing scandals and controversies. Lauren Boebert, the Republican congresswoman from Colorado, has become known for a series of scandals and controversies that have frequently put her in the public eye for all the wrong reasons. Despite being a vocal advocate for conservative values, her actions often attract criticism for their insensitivity, extremism, and the sheer audacity of her behavior. These scandals span various areas from her personal life to her actions as a public figure, making her a polarizing character in American politics. One of the more serious controversies involving Boebert was an alleged domestic violence incident earlier this year. The politician was investigated by police after her ex-husband, Jason Boebert, accused her of physically attacking him in a Colorado restaurant. Jason claimed that she punched him in the face during a confrontation, but later retracted his accusation. The investigation was closed by Silk Police, who found no evidence to support the claims. Despite this, the allegations brought unwanted attention to her, especially given the public nature of the accusations. It was later revealed that Jason Boebert himself faced legal trouble after the restaurant incident, being arrested for criminal trespass and disorderly conduct, though he was released the same day. This series of events added another layer of controversy to Boebert's already tumultuous personal life. Another significant scandal occurred in 2023 when Boebert showed up in person to support Donald Trump during his criminal trial. The former president had been charged with 34 felony counts related to falsifying business records, and Boebert, alongside fellow Republican lawmaker Matt Gaetz, attended the trial to publicly express her belief in Trump's innocence. She famously defended Trump when reports surfaced that he had been caught falling asleep during the proceedings, claiming that he was actually praying and that he looked pretty, even if he had indeed fallen asleep. Her remarks were seen as both bizarre and an attempt to deflect attention from the seriousness of the charges against the former president, reinforcing her image as a staunch defender of Trump, regardless of the evidence against him. However, perhaps Boebert's most infamous incident occurred in September 2022, when she was kicked out of a live performance of Beetlejuice in Denver. Fellow audience members accused her of vaping near a pregnant woman, talking loudly during the show, taking flash photos, and engaging in inappropriate behavior with her date, Aspen bar owner Quinn Gallagher. Initially, Boebert denied the allegations, but video footage later emerged that confirmed much of the report. The footage showed her vaping, talking, and acting disruptively, prompting a public apology. The incident, which became widely known as Beetlejuice Gate, was especially embarrassing for Boebert, as it was a stark contrast to her outspoken criticisms of others. In particular, her public behavior at the theater was seen as hypocritical, especially considering her previous advice to parents to take your children to church, not drag bars. The scandal not only damaged her reputation, but also led to ongoing mockery from critics who highlighted her double standards. In addition to these personal missteps, Boebert has attracted attention for her controversial political stances and inflammatory rhetoric. Her involvement in the events surrounding the January 6th Capitol insurrection has been a major point of contention. Prior to the riots, Boebert vocally opposed the certification of the 2020 election results, particularly in Arizona. Activists and some of her political rivals have suggested that her actions helped fuel the events that led to the storming of the Capitol. This perception has led to calls for her expulsion from Congress, with some labeling her a conspirator in the insurrection. The controversy surrounding her role in the aftermath of the Capitol riots continues to haunt her political career. Additionally, Boebert has faced criticism for her Islamophobic remarks, particularly towards Representative Ilhan Omar, a Muslim Democrat from Minnesota. In 2021, Boebert suggested that Omar was a terrorist, referring to her as part of the Jihad Squad in a video that emerged of her making the comment. She later claimed that she had jokingly confronted Omar in a congressional elevator and called her a terrorist to her face. Boebert's rhetoric led to multiple death threats against Omar, further fueling tensions between the two. Despite her eventual apology, Omar refused to accept it, calling Boebert a buffoon who used bigotry to gain political clout. Finally, Boebert's behavior during the 2022 State of the Union address brought her further notoriety. As President Biden was discussing the deaths of U.S. service members in Afghanistan, Boebert interrupted by shouting, "You put them in there, 13 of them," referring to the 13 American soldiers killed in a suicide bombing in Kabul. The outburst was widely deemed inappropriate and disrespectful, particularly given the solemn nature of the occasion. Boebert, alongside her ally Marjorie Taylor Greene, also chanted, "Build the wall," during Biden's speech, reviving the old Trump-era slogan related to the construction of a border wall with Mexico. Through these various controversies, Boebert has made a name for herself as a combative and often provocative figure in U.S. politics. Her defenders argue that she is simply speaking truth to power and standing up for conservative values. while her critics accuse her of undermining the dignity of public office and fostering division through her reckless rhetoric and actions. Whether she will continue to thrive in her political career or face increasing backlash remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: Boebert's name will continue to be associated with scandal and controversy for the foreseeable future.